This is bowl season of the 2014 season. Coach Bob Pecknold and the Deacons finish off the regular season with an 8-4 record, 4-4 in ACC play. We finish off the regular season with a loss on the road against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. We were just coming off of a very solid performance on the road at Maryland, hoping to finish off our regular season with a victory. Did not work out that way. Our offense really struggled through three quarters. Georgia Tech striking first in the first quarter with a 48-yard field goal from Taylor. Second quarter, Vaughn of Georgia Tech breaking a 94-yard run right after we had a nice punt to pin them back, taking it all the way to the house for a touchdown, 10-0 Georgia Tech. It stayed that score till halftime. Going into the locker rooms, trailing 10-0. No scoring in the third quarter. Then in the fourth, Georgia Tech extending their lead. Vaughn with a touchdown reception this time from the pass from Ingram. That made it 17-0 in the fourth. But once again, we fight back. We made a run. We've never lost a game laying down. We've always made a push to get back in this game. Able to get on the board finally here with a 30-yard run from Xavier Mansfield. Cut it down to 17-7. Georgia Tech, though, they responded, got themselves a 12-yard touchdown pass from Ingram that put them up 16. They went for the extra point to make it a three-possession game, but we showed a very valiant effort trying to fight back into this one. Ended up blocking the extra point to keep it at a 16-point game. Drove quickly down the field. Tiger Garrison a touchdown pass to Lister Wood, 28 yards. Successful two-point conversion. Even got the football back. Trailing by 8, looking for a miracle comeback, but door got shut with an interception. Then Georgia Tech running the ball. Morris breaks it 51 yards for a touchdown. Well, an ugly three quarters of this one. A very valiant push in the fourth quarter, but an ugly finish to it as well, as Georgia Tech going to end up winning this game 30-15. As we drop our final game of the regular season, leaving us with an 8-4 overall record. Let's take a look at the final standings in the ACC. Now, there's been a lot that's happened since our Georgia Tech game, the rest of week 13, then the next week, then conference championship games. So I'm going to catch you all up on that here. The Atlantic Division, after the conference championship has been played, sees the NC State Wolfpack, number 3 in the country, 12-1 overall record, 8-1 in the ACC. NC State, very, very strong season from the Wolfpack. Just the one loss, a heartbreaking 3-point loss on the road at Clemson. It could have been if they were able to get that. But the Wolfpack do, in fact, win the ACC Championship. We'll get to that here shortly. Over Miami. Number 17, the Clemson Tigers finish off the regular season with a 9-3 overall record. They finish off the year with a big victory at Miami the week before. Finish off the season with a loss against South Carolina. So they'll get a rematch against South Carolina in their bowl game. And we finish off the regular season with an 8-4 overall record, 4-4 in conference play. Never really were in the conversation in the ACC Atlantic. After those back-to-back losses against Miami and NC State, pretty much lost our chances at repeating the ACC. Made a good 4-game winning streak, ended up dropping 2 of our last 3. We lost at Georgia Tech. Florida State is going to finish regular season with a 6-6 overall record, 4-4 in conference play. Florida State had a nice push, a nice 4-game winning streak for the Seminoles. They are going to drop 2 of their final 3 games, but 6-6 will be good enough to send the Florida State Seminoles to a bowl game. Maryland Terrapins, 4-8 overall record. That's how they're going to finish the season. Strong start here for Maryland. They were 4-2. Then a heartbreaking loss in overtime at Duke led them to drop their final 6 games, including getting destroyed by NC State their final time in action. Boston College, 1-10 record, 0-8 in conference play. Boston College gave USC a game the very first week of the season. they certainly gave us a game. We needed a Hail Mary to beat them on the final play. But yeah, very poor season for the Eagles. Just one victory. That was a 7-point win at home against UMass. They finished off with a 10-point loss against North Carolina. It's the final in the Atlantic, now final in the Coastal Division. Things turned out very, very interesting here. I'll get to that in a moment. Georgia Tech is going to finish with an 8-4 overall record. They had the victory against us. It was their final ACC game. Then they lost their final game of the regular season on the road at Georgia, 42-35, finishing with a 5-3 record in conference. Number 19, the Virginia Cavaliers, finished with a strong 9-3 season. They dropped their last game of the year, though, at Virginia Tech, 28-16, a heartbreaking loss for Virginia. They will be going bowling, of course. North Carolina is number 16 in the country, 9-3 overall record, 5-3 in conference play. And the Tar Heels win their final 4 games of the season after winning their first 5, dropping 3, winning 4. Streaky season for the Tar Heels. They finish off with a 10-point win on the road at Boston College. Now, the Miami Hurricanes are going to finish with a 6-7 record, 5-4 in conference play. There was a 4-way tie for first place in the Coastal Division, and the Miami Hurricanes win the tiebreaker to send themselves to the ACC Championship Game with a 6-6 overall record. Of course, getting a big win at Duke to help them get to the ACC Championship Game. A valiant effort against NC State. We'll get to that more shortly. 24, Virginia Tech Hokies, 8-4 record, 4-4 in conference play. Virginia Tech wins their final 3 games, including a big victory in the rivalry game against Virginia to spoil Cavaliers' chances of getting to the ACC Championship Game. Duke Blue Devils, 3-8 record, 1-7 in conference play. They won their first 2, had a big overtime win against Maryland to get them to 500. Then they dropped their final 3 games, blowing a big lead against us on the road, and then just never able to recover. 3 straight close losses, and then finishing off the year with a loss to Miami. So yeah, very interesting way things finished up here in the ACC. NC State, clearly the best team in the Atlantic Division. A very unlikely 4-way tie in the Coastal, sending Miami to the championship game, while it finished to ACC play this season. We will get to the conference championship games in just a moment. First, we're going to take a look at the Army-Navy game. You can see it right there. Let's put it in pencil. Army-Navy. Navy is going to get the victory over Army 24-14. That will improve Navy to 6-6 and make them bowl eligible. It'll drop Army to 3-8. So it's a good one in the Army-Navy Classic. Navy struck first with a nice run. Army responded with a run of their own, short punching it in. 7-7 after 1. Navy made it 14-7 at halftime with another touchdown run from Bell. Army tied it up in the third quarter, and that's a touchdown pass from Crawford to Andrews. But this huge play right here, play of the game, with Army driving, intercepted by Nash, and returned 80 yards for a touchdown to give Navy a 7-point lead. They add a field goal in the fourth to make it 24-14, and that would turn out to be the final. Now, Air Force beat both Navy and Army, so Air Force is the Commander-in-Chief Trophy winners this year. Congratulations to them. Now let's look at Conference Championship Week. Starting with the Conference USA Championship game, it was Southern Miss over SMU. Big game here, 7-7 after the first quarter. Long run from SMU, short pass from USM. 7-7 after 1. Big pick 6 here from SMU. 15-yard return gave the Mustangs a 14-point lead. For the rest of the second quarter, all Southern Miss, scoring 4 touchdowns. A couple nice passes from Hall-Miller to Brewer. A 12-yard run from Hill. And then very late in the first half, a 31-yard pick 6 from Sowell that gave Southern Miss a 35-14 14 lead at the halftime really took the wind out of the sails of SMU. Southern Miss extended their lead with a 40-yard touchdown pass from Holmelo to Brewer. SMU able to get on the board again in the fourth quarter, but they're going to fall 21 points short. Congratulations to Southern Miss, Conference USA Champions. Now the ACC Championship game featured it was a rematch of the 2012 ACC Championship game, which Miami defeated NC State. But NC State, of course, the huge favorites entering this one. Miami was just a 6-6 overall record. So this one was closer than expected. A very good game here in the ACC title. NC State strikes first, 6-yard run from Callahan. But Miami responds, 4 to Bullock, 5-yard pass, 7-7. Perry to Scott, 25-yard touchdown, makes it 14-7 NC State. They extend it to a 10-point lead with this field goal from Bowman. Miami responds, 4 to Bullock, 14 yards for a touchdown. Big drive here at the end of the first half. Perry to Sproles, a 9-yard touchdown pass, made the score 24-14 at halftime in favor of NC State. Miami came to fight in the third quarter. 4 to Bullock, 31-yard touchdown, and then 4 to Van Russell, 27-yard touchdown. That gave Miami a 28-24 lead. Could Miami get the shocking upset over the Wolfpack? NC State responds, getting a 36-yard field goal from Bowman. Miami, however, 4 to Russell, a 9-yard touchdown pass, extends Miami's lead. Doesn't extend it, never mind. But the Wolfpack finishing off very strong, 1-yard touchdown run from Barnett, and then Callahan, a 6-yard touchdown run, ends up being the game winner with 3:02 left. Barnett's the successful 2-point conversion tied things up, and then the touchdown run from Callahan made it 42-35. Miami was unable to respond. Valiant effort from the Hurricanes. Congratulations from NC State. What an incredible season they have had. The SEC Championship game, Alabama versus Georgia. Alabama was number 3 in the country entering Conference Championship week. Georgia hoping to take them down. This was a low-scoring SEC defensive struggle. No points in the first quarter. Scoring came in the second quarter very early on. Moss nailing a 42-yard field goal for Alabama. Adams with a 9-yard touchdown run, then made it 10-0 Alabama. Then Moss a field goal late, 56 yards, excellent kick. 13-0 Alabama at halftime. Looks like the tide might be rolling again to another SEC title. In the fourth quarter, after no scoring in the third, Georgia responded. Vandermeulen, a 6-yard pass to Hall, cut it down to just a 6-point ball game. Alabama responds, Moss nailing a 34-yard field goal, his third field goal of the game. That made it a 9-point ball game. Georgia, with time running out, gets into field goal range, nails a 45-yard field goal with Cunningham to make it a 6-point game. But Georgia unable to get the ball back on the onside kick, and Alabama able to get the 6-point victory over the Georgia Bulldogs to win the SEC title. At that point, still Alabama was not looking like they were going back to the national championship game. Notre Dame had already clinched their ticket with a big victory over USC and undefeated record. Oregon entered the Pac-12 championship game with an undefeated record. Oregon looking to get back to the national title. They took on the USC Trojans in the Pac-12 championship game, and what a shocking result. This was a really rough game for the Oregon Ducks. USC started off the scoring 37-yard field goal from Vaney. They had 3-0 Trojans. Oregon responds, Clark to carry, 23-yard touchdown pass. Then USC in the second quarter, 15 yards from Moore to Gant gave USC the 3-point lead. Quite possibly the play of the game here, maybe, right? Kind of late in the first half, a fumble from Oregon. Madsen recovers it for USC and runs it into the end zone. That was a huge momentum play. It also gave USC a 10-point lead, 17-7 going into the locker rooms. Oregon feeling like their chances of getting back to the national title in danger. USC got the ball in the second half and they came out on fire, driving right down the field, punching it in with a 6-yard touchdown run from Moore. Missed the extra point on that one. Oregon responded, trying to fight back into this one. Nice drive, ending with a pass from Clark to carry for a touchdown. But USC with a response of their own, ending with a 1-yard run from Gant. Oregon in some serious trouble going into the fourth quarter, facing a significant lead, 16-point deficit. Oregon with this 32-yard field goal from Harper got them a bit closer, hoping their defense could step up, but that did not happen. USC driving down the field, more to Parham. That touchdown pass felt like that was probably ball game. USC couldn't get things going. Oregon couldn't get things going against USC, and USC was able to completely finish off the deal here with another touchdown pass, more to Lane, as Oregon began to realize that their undefeated season was coming to a close. USC running away with this in the end, 44-17. Heartbreaking loss for Oregon, who was hoping to get back to the national championship game. Big time win for the USC Trojans. The MAC championship game featured the Ohio Bobcats and the Western Michigan Broncos. Ohio started off the scoring. Finley to Mueller, 2-yard touchdown pass, 7-0 Bobcats. They made it 14-0 with a 1-yard run from Downs. Western Michigan responded, 15 yards. Scott to Douglas. It was 14-7 Ohio at halftime. Couple field goals from Cox of Ohio extended their lead. And then this 10-yard run from Downs was the nail in the coffin. Western Michigan was able to get on the board late in the fourth quarter with this 5-yard pass from Colson to Broussard to make it 27-14, but Western Michigan not getting the ball back after that. Ohio getting the victory in the MAC championship. Congratulations to them. Now the Mountain West Championship game featured Fresno State and Wyoming. This was a great game in the Mountain West. Bit of a low-scoring game. Scoring started in the first quarter. Later, a 38-yard field goal for Wyoming to give them a 3-0 lead. He added some more field goals in the second quarter, 46-yarder and 41-yarder. Fresno State's offense struggling big time in the first half, not able to get any points, not able to get things going. But in the third quarter, they are able to get on the board. A 40-yard field goal from Ross cut it down to a 9-6 game. Then this huge play right here, excellent drive from Fresno State. Marshall to Blankenship, a 9-yard pass that gave Fresno State a 10-9 lead entering the fourth quarter. Wyoming responds, driving on the field. A 29-yard field goal from Ross gives Wyoming the lead. I messed that up. Fresno State adding to their lead. I heard that. With a 29-yard field goal from Ross that made it 13-9. Wyoming responding though, driving down the field. It's up with a 17-yard touchdown run from Stevens to make it 16-13 in the fourth. Fresno State unable to respond, and Wyoming gets the victory in the Mountain West Championship. Congratulations to the Wyoming Cowboys. Heartbreaker for Fresno State. The Big Ten Championship game featured Wisconsin and Michigan State. This was a shocking result here. Michigan State just all over the Badgers in this one, starting off with a 21-yard field goal from Rogers, 54-yard touchdown pass from Schuler to Hall. They extend their lead here in the second quarter, run from Haas, and then a 3-yard pass from Schuler to Christian. It was 24-0 Spartans at halftime. They extended that in the third quarter. This field goal made it 27-0. Couple more touchdowns here, 34-0, 41-0. Just an absolute beatdown in this. Wisconsin finally able to get on the board in the fourth quarter. 2-yard run from McNeil, but Setzer run from Michigan State made it 48-7, and that is the final score. Congratulations to Michigan State as they destroy Wisconsin in the Big Ten Championship game. That is conference championship games. Now let's take a look at the final rankings as we head into bowl season. The final BCS rankings, the number one team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. A 12-0 record, incredible season from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. A couple overtime matches for them early on. Escaping at Navy, 7-point win in OT. Big victory against Michigan State by 14. A big win in overtime against Michigan. And they started playing some really nice football the next 3 weeks, blowing out opponents. Had a scare against Arkansas State, just able to get past Arkansas State by 3 points. They respond, nice victories against Auburn, Miami, blowing out Boston College, and then with the chance to punch their ticket to the national championship game on the road at USC, Notre Dame is able to get the job done. Congratulations to the Fighting Irish for a 12-0 season and a shot at the national championship. Number 2 in the BCS is the Alabama Crimson Tide. Wouldn't you know it? Alabama is the 3-time defending national champions. They have won 4 of the last 5 national titles. Alabama started off the season strong, taking care of business. Let's win against Florida State, destroying Arkansas on the road. 10-point win against Ole Miss. And then a shocker, losing on the road at Texas A&M. Texas A&M having an incredible season. A huge win for the Aggies, putting an end to the winning streak of Alabama, a 38-31 final. We looked at that moment like we may very well see Alabama outside of the national championship game this season. But Alabama responded, blowing out Kentucky, taking care of business on the road at Tennessee, blowing out Mississippi State, taking care of LSU on the road, destroying an FCS opponent, taking care of Auburn, and then a huge win in the SEC Championship game. And Alabama got the results they needed around the country, obviously needing Oregon to lose that game against USC. And Alabama is going to find their way in the top 2. They will be going back to the national championship. Number 3, the NC State Wolfpack. What a season from them. We looked at it a bit earlier. We finished with a 12-1 overall record. Just the one loss by 3 at Clemson. They are ACC Championship, going to a big-time Orange Bowl there. Number 4, the Washington Huskies with an 11-1 record. Incredible season by Washington. Only loss coming late in a huge game against Oregon. This was a big matchup, one of the biggest games of the season. Oregon able to get past them 24-19. They're able to get their win in the final game of the season. Great year from the Washington Huskies. Number 5, the Texas Longhorns with an 11-1 record. Great year from them. Started things really strong. A close one at Kansas. Only lost of the season by 1 point at Oklahoma State. Heartbreaker for the Longhorns, but they responded, winning out the rest of the season, including a big win, their final game of the regular season against TCU, 21-13. Great year from the Longhorns. They got by them. Number 6, the Michigan Wolverines. Number 6, 10-2 overall record. Only losses were in OT at Notre Dame, and then close one against Michigan State, their rivals. Very strong season for Michigan, 10-win season. They end up taking care of business against Ohio State, that big rivalry game. Get the 10th win of the year. Huge bowl game coming up for them. The Louisville Cardinals with an 11-1 record. Great season from Louisville. Take care of business with them. Only lost at Arkansas, losing that one pretty bad, but responding big time. Winning the final 4 games. Close win at Pitt. Huge win for Louisville. Taking care of UConn the final game of the regular season. Great season from the Cardinals. Number 8 is the Oregon Ducks, 12-1 record. Hoping to get back to the national championship where they were defeated by Alabama last season. They had some really big wins early. Michigan State, USC on the road. Spent a lot of the time this season ranked number 1. Huge win against Washington late. Then the Pac-12 Championship game just was a disaster, a nightmare for the Oregon Ducks. They go down to USC. It's a big bowl game for Oregon coming up. Number 9, the TCU Horned Frogs with a 10-2 record. Start off the season with a really solid win against LSU. Lost on the road at West Virginia. Very good year here for the Horned Frogs. Big win against Oklahoma State just before that. Huge game, final game of the regular season at Texas. Not able to get it done past the Longhorns. Still going to a really nice bowl. Number 10 is the Wyoming Cowboys. What an incredible season from Wyoming of the Mountain West. Dropping their first game of the season against Utah State 27-23, and they win their final 11 games. Huge year for them. Taking down Fresno State on the road. Destroying BYU. BYU having a very, very disappointing season this year after an incredible year last year. Big win against Boise State for Wyoming. San Diego State, big win on the road there. And yeah, excellent work. And then winning the Mountain West Championship against Fresno State, taking it out for the second time. Wyoming's got a huge bowl game coming up there. Great season for the Cowboys. That is the top 10 in the BCS. As we enter bowl week, here's the rest of the top 25. We should climb out a bit. Great year from Texas A&M. From Nevada, North Carolina 16, Clemson 17. Johnson falling there. 23. Alright, so that is the BCS as we enter bowl season. That is the top 25 in the BCS. Let's take a look at the Heisman winner. John Jackson of Georgia, the halfback. What an incredible career it has been for John Jackson. Number 1, the halfback is going to win the Heisman Trophy for the second time in his career. Won in 2012, was nominated last season, and he's able to win it this year. Incredible work. 2,191 yards on the ground. Incredible 7.0 average. 24 rushing TDs. 73 tackles. Also 3 TD receptions. Incredible work from John Jackson. Turn for senior year. He's hoping to take down Alabama. Not able to get it done in the SEC Championship game. Alabama held him pretty well, 137 yards though. Adam Callahan is going to finish second in Heisman voting. The senior halfback from NC State. Played against him. We know he's a very, very good player. He ran for 1,084 yards, 19 rushing touchdowns. Great work from him. Breaking 42 tackles. Stat there. So 14 receptions, 2 of them for touchdowns. Great season from Callahan and from NC State. ACC Champions. Senior quarterback Marshall Stevens of Wyoming, also a Heisman candidate. Great year from him. Throwing for 3,182 yards, incredible. 30 passing touchdowns to 1 interception. That is an incredible ratio. And the Wyoming quarterback leading the Cowboys to an incredible season. Also running for 9 touchdowns, 648 yards. Congratulations to him and to the Wyoming Cowboys. Lonnie Cooley, the senior halfback of Oregon, had a great year. He was a Heisman candidate. 1,126 rushing yards, 12 rushing TDs. Great work from the senior halfback, number 6 for Oregon. So 30 receptions, 7 going for touchdowns, 529 receiving yards in the senior halfback of Oregon. Heartbreaker, of course, in the Pac-12 title game for them. And Cliff Taylor, the senior halfback from UTEP, having an incredible season as well. 2,026 rushing yards, 17 rushing TDs. The senior breaking 45 tackles, making 8 receptions, 2 of them for touchdowns. An incredible season from him. That is the Heisman. Let's take a look at bowl games. Let's go. Here we go. Bowl season, 2014 season. Florida State going bowling. They'll be in the Hawaii Bowl against Houston. We are going to the Independence Bowl against Fresno State. Let's go. North Carolina in the Belk Bowl against Temple. Maybe making the Military Bowl. Oregon will be going to the Alamo Bowl, dropping even out of the BCS with that rough loss against USC. Bit of a surprise there, but still a very strong bowl, taking on number 25 Oklahoma. Georgia Tech going to the Champ Sports Bowl against Pittsburgh. Miami is going to the Music City Bowl against Tennessee. Virginia going to the Sun Bowl against Arizona. Clemson going to the Chick-fil-A Bowl against South Carolina. Virginia Tech going to the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl against Utah. Now the BCS Bowls, the Rose Bowl is going to feature Big Ten champion Michigan State and Pac-12 champion USC. Both had a good game there for the Rose Bowl, both coming off of big victories in their conference championship. The Sugar Bowl is going to feature 11-1 Washington versus 11-1 Louisville. Should be a very good game. The Orange Bowl, 12-1 NC State against 10-2 Michigan. Big matchup there. And the Fiesta Bowl is going to be the Texas Longhorns against the Wyoming Cowboys. Congratulations, Wyoming, making it to a BCS Bowl. And here we go for the national championship. The Alabama Crimson Tide back in the title game. Took a loss in the middle of the season. Started to think maybe they would not be able to get back to it. Against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who had an incredible season with a 12-0 record. Very excited to see how this one turns out. Alabama looking to make history, looking to get their 4th straight national title. Very interested to see how this one will turn out. Should be a really good football game. A lot of really good bowl games coming up, including ours. Let's go. Here we go for the Independence Bowl. Wake Forest versus Fresno State. This is a very, very intriguing matchup. We have a lot of similarities with Fresno State. Both coaches in their 3rd season. Fresno State is coached by Jesse Freeman in his 3rd year. Last season, Fresno State finished with an 11-2 record. They won the Mountain West Championship 37-14 over BYU. BYU was in the national championship conversation entering that game, but Fresno State knocks them out of that to win the conference title, and BYU's had a really rough season this year. Fresno State went to the Sugar Bowl last year, BCS Bowl, and they lost to Utah 35-28. This will be Fresno State's 2nd appearance in the Independence Bowl. In 2012, they went to the Independence Bowl and lost 40-38 against North Carolina. Fresno State is seeking their first bowl victory since the 2007 season Humanitarian Bowl. They have lost 5 straight bowl games. Their coach Jesse Freeman in his 3rd season has a 29-9 overall record. Fresno State certainly a program on the rise and a Mountain West Conference that is also on the rise. We are coached by Bob Pecknold, of course, in his 3rd season. Last year we finished with an 11-3 record. We won the ACC Championship Game in a thriller 34-27 over North Carolina. We went to the Orange Bowl and we were defeated 45-38 to Wisconsin, a very valiant effort from us. This will be our 2nd appearance in the Independence Bowl all time. First one came back in the 1992 season where Wake Forest defeated Oregon 39-35. We are seeking our first bowl victory since the 2012 season when we won the Rose Bowl.
Coach Bob Pecknold is 30-9 overall in his 3 years as head coach, so almost identical records to Jesse Freeman as head coach.
Very, very, very pumped up to get this going here. Both of us are, both Wake Forest and Fresno State, very strong football programs. Coming off of incredible seasons last year, maybe a little bit of a step back this year. I mean, 8-4 regular season compared to Wake Forest football history is still a very, very good year, but a bit of a step back. 2012 Rose Bowl champions, last year ACC Champions, Orange Bowl appearance. So a very good year here. Started off 3-0, couple really close wins. Northwestern, Boston College after blowing out Kansas State. Lost to Miami, NC State games we never had the lead in. NC State destroying us. Very close win at Florida State. Huge win against Tennessee on the road. Tennessee was ranked number 3 in the country at the time of this game. Their season really fell off the rails afterwards. Ended up losing 3 more games. Shutting out ECU. Great comeback against Duke to pull off a 3-point victory. Took on Clemson, very frustrating game, ends up with a 36-24 loss. Blowing out Maryland on the road, 15-point loss. We were at Georgia Tech our last game. So, I mean, successful season for Wake Forest compared to their football history. Bit of a step back, but this season's really going to depend. How we feel about this season is really going to come down to this final game. We want to be bowl champions, we want this Independence Bowl. Really want it bad. Fresno State probably in a similar situation to us. They're coming off of a nice year, 9-4 overall record. This win against Tulsa, 1-point win at Boise State on the blue turf, big win there. Wyoming took them down at home, their first loss. Big win for Fresno State against Nebraska. Nebraska was highly ranked at this point. Nebraska also went off the rails after this loss. Win at Air Force, lost against San Jose State. Then they won 4 straight games, blown out Texas State. Big win against Nevada. Nice win against BYU, disappointing BYU team. Taking care of UNLV. Losing on the road at San Diego State, but bouncing back with a solid victory at Hawaii, their final game of the regular season. Heartbreaking loss in the Mountain West Championship to Wyoming. But I gotta feel like Fresno State's gotta feel the same way. Victory in this bowl game will certainly make our seasons feel much more successful. Tiger Garrison's been an up and down year for him, for our whole team mainly, but let's get a very strong performance here. Last game for our seniors, of course, in a Demon Deacon uniform. Last game for Fresno State seniors, Bulldog uniform. Very pumped up to get this going. The 39th edition of the Independence Bowl. Wake Forest versus Fresno State. Let's go! First, a quick look at the never-changing settings of the dynasty. And we will get this underway. The conclusion of the 2014 season. We were never really in the mix for the ACC after those 2 early conference losses. Thinking maybe if we ran the table from then on, we might be able to get into a BCS Bowl. That didn't happen. I don't think we would have gotten to a BCS Bowl anyway, the way things turned out. A lot of very strong teams this year. But yeah, dropping a couple more games since then, 8-4 record, but we are so pumped up for this game. This is the Super Bowl of our season. We're playing this for our seniors, playing this for Winston-Salem. Fresno State coming off of a heartbreaking loss. They were looking to get back-to-back Mountain West titles. They are going to be inspired, looking for their first bowl win since the 2007 season. Let's do it. Here we go. The Independence Bowl, the 2014 season. Wake Forest versus Fresno State. Let's go. Fresno State. Going to be wearing these uniforms here, the road uniforms. Okay. We will be wearing our regular home uniforms, black and gold. Let's do it. Let's go out to Shreveport, Louisiana.
down to kickoff in Shreveport as both teams put the final touches on their warm-ups for the Independence Bowl. That's going to do it here in the studio, but don't worry, we'll be keeping your finger on the pulse of everything that's going on everywhere else across the country. Right now, it's time for kickoff at ESPN College Football. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit are on the call.
Well, it's bowl season, and the fans are primed and ready for this thing to get started. Hi, everybody. Brad Nessler in the booth, along with Kirk Herbstreit. Aaron Andrews is reporting from the sidelines. This presentation of college football is brought to you by Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. Today's game is between the Fresno State Bulldogs and the Deacons of Wake Forest. And both teams take the field. This bowl game has all the makings of a great one. Should be a lot of fun. Time's come now to take you down to the field for the coin toss. Brought to you by Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin.
A ton of excitement here in Shreveport, Louisiana for the Independence Bowl, the 2014 season between the Fresno State Bulldogs and the Wake Forest Deacons. Two teams that were conference champions last season, both with BCS Bowl appearances as well. A huge matchup here, a lot of excitement despite the rainy weather. It's the last game for our seniors on our roster. Let's go. Let's win this. Come on. Oh, man, it's a huge game here. We've got to get this win here. Make us feel so good about this 2014 season if we're able to finish it off in bowl championships. Kelly's back to return for us now. The senior's going to bring out about that 2021. Using some different guys for kick return this year. Kelly going to start there in his senior year. So we're going to start off the 20.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack.
Let's go. Come on. Going to start on the ground. Halfback draw to Pennington. There's nowhere for him to go.
These corners are showing that they're not afraid to come up and make a hit.
Fresno State defense
They know how to disrupt the play.
shutting us down there on the first play of the game. All right, shake it off, shake it off. Come on.
Their own 19-yard line. Second down.
Garrison fires a dart to Wood. He's going to take a big hit at the end of the third and fourth coming up.
Wood picks him up around 7 yards with that catch.
Nice little pitch and catch there in the curl route. It's going to make this much more manageable looking here. Third and 4. Big play very early on here in the Advocate Independence Bowl. Oh, what happened? Just slipping in the rain, I guess. That throw was way off.
Great play by the defender to high.
And it's going to get picked.
But the quarterback wasn't in rhythm on the throw.
Oh, man. Looking to make something happen. They're trying to extend our drive on third down. Garrison in the rain here. Was looking right there. Looking for this cut. Looking for something. Yeah, jeez. Going over Calhoun. Way over his head. Right into a defender's hands for the INT. Big play for this Fresno State defense. They will take over in excellent field position.
Option right. Gains his way
Crosses
to the
it on the
29-yard
option.
line. A nice job by the offensive line as they pick up a gain of 8. Mitchell drops to throw. Quick toss.
Lucas doing a great job there. Adrian Lucas covering a lot of
Here
ground.
forever, and it looked like the
Looks like he had
corner
some
who got to
space,
it
but
first.
Adrian Lucas made up
That's what
for it,
happens
shutting him down.
sometimes when you give it too much air. From the 29-yard
There
line,
we go now.
it's third down.
29-yard line, 3rd and 2 coming up. Left guard move, false start for Fresno State. That's going to back him up here.
They'll line up for another
Take
third
that.
down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're
Absolutely,
in the third
absolutely.
down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake.
Come
It
on.
makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 27.
Hand it off. They're going to need a few on the ground there. It's going to center them out a little bit here. I imagine field goal attempt is coming. 4th and 4. It's a long kick, 48 yards in the rain here.
So the kicker comes out. He'll
Fresno
try to put
State
3
looking
points
to
on the
strike
board.
first in the Independence Bowl.
Fresno State could take the lead with this field goal.
And he's got it. Great kick
Happy
there.
about that kick.
Oh, no question. This kid is just a solid kicker.
Gets inside the upright. Ross nailing it from 48 yards out. And Fresno State benefiting from the interception. And it's a really strong kick there. 3-0
Ross looks ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. What a collision.
We can take it out again. Gets up to about the 23. 22. Alright.
The offense comes
So an
out
ugly
this
pass
drive.
last time with
For
the
a better
ball.
result as they threw a
Just
pick on
slipping
that
out of
possession.
Garrison's
I
hands.
look for the
4-9
offense
on
to come
2.
out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after
And
one
hands off to
play.
Mansfield here.
Running the option.
He's got some yards, but there's a
25.
flag.
Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Joseph Childress is called for the hold, and
That penalty drive.
we're going to back ourselves way up here. We're looking for a good drive, and this is a terrible
Concentration,
start.
don't
So
avoid
we're pushing
situations
back
like
with
that.
1st and 20. Oof. Back to our own 12 now.
It's first down and a lot.
Come on. Hand off to Mansfield, good for about 5.
5 yards on the
Nice, we
delay
get a piece of
handoff.
it back there on the ground. Bit nervous about passing after that.
2nd and 15. Ball on their own
After
17.
that throw here, but we're gonna have to. Come on, we got this. Let's go. Garrison to Fogle, got a foot down.
Got it. Complete. He's on
That
the
pass was completely accurate, right on the money there.
Quarterback even noticed it.
Michael
No
Fogle having a
linebacker
great
was rushing
season,
towards
making a
him.
nice catch
He is
there,
so
getting us a
important,
first down.
And he knows he's got receivers.
Got ourselves in a big hole after the holding penalty, but we got ourselves out of it there.
Ball on the 34-yard
First
line.
and 10 now. We'll have to go to Mansfield on the ground. He's only going to get out of
Take it
the
down
yard.
right around the 36-yard line. He gains a couple of yards on a carry.
Alright.
From their own 36-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Oh, Garrison fumbles!
Here's the pitch and
Do we got it? No, we don't!
that time the option play is the cause of the fumble.
The offense put the ball on the ground, but give the defense credit for jumping all over it.
Fresno State will get their 2nd takeaway in our territory. Bulldog laughing at us right there. Another giveaway. We're not even midway through the 1st quarter. 2nd turnover. Looks like we got the option here. Faking the handoff. Then just getting hit and losing it. Getting hit looked like hit him and he just ripped the ball out. Garrison unable to hold on to it. But we had a chance. Not able to get it. Oh. Big recovery for the Bulldogs. They take over at the 27-yard line.
Fresno State is up a field goal. tailback. And he's taken down at the 21-yard line. Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know, it may be simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage, you're doing something right.
He drops back. Going for it all.
Burton able to break that one up.
Incomplete. Almost picked off. Oh, I bet the defender wishes he had that one back.
Anytime you have a chance to end the
Would have been an incredible catch there. Westbrook breaking it up, 3rd and 5, big play.
Down, 5 yards to go. Ball on the 21.
Mills will come up, fumble!
Huffman's got it. Let's go. We gotta take away here.
You can pretty much forget about it. You're not getting the ball back.
Huge play that's going to take away Fresno State's field goal chance. They probably would have lined up for it next play. Huge hit, huge recovery. There we go. Got for a bit of payback. And the lumber on that one didn't Mills. Huffman grabs it. Gonna get a few yards, but that's a huge play for our defense. Come on. Back to Turner Garrison. Threw an interception, fumbled the ball.
Looks like he might audible out of that play.
Oh, thrown it to Mason. We are lucky that was not rolled backwards. Jeez, I Mansfield didn't see that. That's close. He releases it just to the left. I don't know, like half the clear of that marker. I don't know. This is really, really close. They ruled an incompletion. They said it goes forward a tiny bit. Fortunate there for us. Got it. Come on, we got it. Let's go.
It's 2nd down. Nice run up the middle.
This huge game here, final game of the season. The way we feel about this year is going to end thinking a whole lot about this game. Nice passage.
They're going to be forced to punt it away here.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass
They're
there.
struggling.
Very good stand by this team.
Struggling all around here. That was a nice throw from Garrison, but Childress, right in his hands, can't get it. Maybe the weather playing a big factor in this one. I don't know, but we've got to figure it out, whatever it is.
Lane, back to return it.
There's been a lot of turnovers already. Sloppy game so far. They can bring it down past the 30. Decent run back there for Fresno State.
Misfortune struck as their last drive ended in a fumble.
You don't change your philosophy after one play. They'll be out doing the same thing as before, just with better awareness.
Pulls it in, first down, he's knocked out of bounds.
He is such a good target, really anywhere on the field. But they like to get him the ball in short to medium range situations.
Fresno State has a 3-point lead. He's changing things up.
Come on, defense. We're just going to hand it off to Keenan. Lamb's going to make the hit. I'm able to bring him down.
Around the 50-yard line.
We're in the area. Bring him down eventually, 2nd and 7.
That could be a check with me right there.
Yes, second option.
Trying the option. Left
All
side.
over there, Mills. Making a nice
And they
side.
hit it in the backfield.
Did you see how that big defensive line got such a good push on that play? That's exactly why they were able to stop him for a loss.
Here we go, big time play coming up here. 3rd and 10. Let's take care of business. Let's go.
They need to get it inside the 43.
Man, he can't hang on to it. So yeah, the weather does seem to be a factor in this one. Lamb gets some good pressure on it.
Long yardage, and now they'll have to punt.
It's a good hold by the defense on 3rd down.
Actually, only putting pressure on it there. Would have needed a little bit more. Would have been interesting if he was able to make the catch.
Now
Fortunately,
their
he's
punt
not.
returner will get a chance to make something happen.
Fogle is back deep to return the punt.
Go back to receive
And
from
he's
them.
taken down at the 18.
So as bad as we've looked, it's just 3-0. Okay, let's
The
go.
offense will take over at the 18-yard line.
There's Goolsby to the outside, gets a really nice block downfield. Lester Wood, what a block there. Maybe there's a bunch more.
I like how efficient the offense looked on that play. Everybody knew their assignment, and it all came together.
Great job all around there. I'm going to be looking much more to the ground game. Let's go ahead and stretch Jets.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on 34.
Chester Kelly.
Hands it on.
All right,
And
up
they
four
get
on
9
the
yardage on that run.
down there. We keep this team on balance.
It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 38.
Garrison.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Oh, got it to Mansfield.
And they make the
Awareness,
stop.
buying time, and making the right decision, throwing it to
This
receiving
young
him.
man is becoming more and more part of this passing game. He does a great job of making guys miss after the catch.
Thanks for buying quite a bit of time there. Nice work.
From their own 48-yard line. 1st down.
1st and 10 now. Let's go. Garrison throws to Wood again.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 48.
There goes Mansfield next one.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up. Garrison to Fogle. Oh, that was a nice pass, but Fogle takes a huge hit at the end.
Really get after it and can make life hard for the play callers on the other side of the ball.
And for Fogle is slow to get up, and he might be hurt.
The senior took a big hit there. Have we seen the last of Michael Fogle in a Demon Deacon uniform with that one? Oh, yeah, it's lit up on that play. Oof. Now it is time for us to punt it away. Hopefully we can pin him deep.
Walker is the punter.
Yeah. Get down there, Lucas. Get down there, Lucas! What?
And this will be a touchback.
Oh.
He's in the area, not able to make the play though. Oh. Fortunately, I gotta take another look at that. Oh, I just maybe didn't see it. Maybe the weather again affecting there.
The offense is looking to be a little bit more successful with this drive as they had to punt the ball away the last time they had it. Fresno State holds a field goal lead.
Lucas will bring him down the lead.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
That'll do it for the first quarter.
Both offenses trying to find their rhythm in that first quarter. Low scoring and close right now. Fresno State's got a 3-point lead.
Alright, sloppy first quarter, sloppy rainy weather here.
2nd down,
Who's
and
going
they're
to
gonna need
win
about 3
this?
yards to pick up the
He's
first
gonna
down.
find a way to win this slugfest Independence Bowl. Mark's gonna hang on to it, bring him down. Nice work.
The 25-yard line.
Never really had a shot. They were on him almost as soon as he took the handoff.
Come on.
From their own 25-yard
Come on.
line. 3rd down.
Let's go, let's make this play here. Take care of business, let's go. There's motion. See if it slips. Going deep. Burton, excellent work. Burton making the play.
To get their hands up in the air and to try to knock down passes.
Tremendously done. They're going to take another look on that 3rd and 5 play. Oh, my God. Wait for us. Giving it a shot there. Burton, excellent job. And we will get the football back here.
Ross will be the return man.
Ross is going to return. It looked like a face mask.
You know what?
No?
It might not have been a lot, but they moved the ball forward.
Ross gets a Burton. What are you looking for? That would have put us past midfield up to Fresno State's 45. That's a big no call. It does look like a face mask. I don't know.
100 yards at a time. You take what you can
Lost
get.
foot right away.
In a game that's this close, you can't...
Michael
afford to
Fogel
lose
is
possession.
out for the game. He is concussed with that hit. That will do it for Michael Fogel in a Demon uniform. He's had an incredible career, great season for us. He will be in the sideline, getting treatment, getting healthy, and being a cheerleader.
From their own
2nd and
43-yard
6
line.
now for
Second down.
everyone for Xavier Mansfield. Garrison floats it out there to Calhoun. Nice pitching catch.
46.
You know, having a
Here we
three-man
go.
tight
That's a
end
really
makes
nice
those
throw.
linebackers think twice before they make a move. That could be just enough time for the quarterback.
Been some rough moments for Tiger Garrison this year, but been some really nice moments. Been some really nice throws. See me. Nice
The
one there.
46-yard
Chance
line.
for us.
First down.
Garrison wants to keep it.
Tackle made at about the 49.
The option can be really tough to defend. At that time, it was well played by the defense.
Here we go. 3rd down and 13 coming up.
From the 49-yard line. 2nd down. And he might change the play here
not
before the
gonna.
snap.
Let's go back
And
to
they might be
this.
coming with a blitz here.
Shoot. Garrison
Gets a
rolling.
snap and he's in trouble.
Dangerous throw.
Intercepted.
That was foolish. That was not the right decision. Garrison will change.
And that's the second interception of the game by this defense.
These guys are all over the field. It seems like wherever the quarterback throws the ball, there's a defender sitting right there.
I don't know what he was thinking there. seen Childress. Childress, of course, is a really good player. I don't know. I guess he saw like the space up here. Was thinking maybe he could put one right on the money. That space closed. That throw. Childress was gonna have to do an incredible play to get to the ball first, and he was not able to. Harris was able to chase him down and keep him from running it back, but
From their own 47-yard
another big
line,
mistake.
it's first down. Fresno State
It's
is
good
up by
defense, step
3.
up. Oh, Tulane, big passing
And he
catch
tackled
for the
him hard at
Bulldogs.
the 35 for a gain of 18 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Not really other options on QB for us. Zach Sweeney playing some QB earlier this season, took a significant rib injury.
And throws this one away.
It's been Garrison since then. Sweeney can possibly go if we absolutely
Second and
need
10.
him,
Ball
but
on the 35.
we're sticking with Garrison. Just gotta settle down, calm down, stop trying to do too much.
Brought down to the 38-yard line.
You keep gaining negative yards, and you put yourself in a position of having to make bigger and bigger plays. There's a
Good
lot
look
of
from the
pressure on
defense.
that
Third and
quarterback.
13. This is a big time play coming
Need
up
to get
here.
it to the 25.
There's motion. For Fresno State.
Drops back to back. He's fired.
Burton gets in front of it, makes the play. Nice work.
He's getting ready to pass because he's
Burton covering ground there, forcing the incompletion. And Fresno State is just going to punt it away here from the 38-yard line. Been a very, very long kick in this range. They're just going to try to pin us back. And he's going to try to punt it high, but punted it too deep.
This punt
Bulldogs
bounces
not able to
into
get down
the
there. It's going to be a
end zone, and
touchback.
this will be a touchback.
Okay.
And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did on their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
And we'll see how aggressive this defense is when they come back out. I would be surprised if they kept up the pressure to try to fluster this quarterback some more.
That makes it second and 6.
This field is about 4 on the ground.
It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on 24. Garrison running the
And the
option.
option up to
And now he pitches it.
Burgess.
He's taken down.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's about
This is
all.
a big-time read by this safety. You know, a lot of times as a safety,
Yeah,
you're sitting back there
defense
making sure
reading
there's
that
a
well.
play-action pass or play potentially that can go behind you. I think this safety has that sixth sense. His instincts on that play were special. He read the run, got into the backfield, and made the play.
Childress got it.
And he's taken down right around the 34. And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
Big time throw there.
From their own
And we will move
34-yard
the
line.
chains first and 10
First
now.
down.
34-yard line. So floats it out to Goolsby.
Sends it to the back.
Nice pickup, about 9 yards
Around the
there.
33-yard line. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Short yardage situation here. Second down and 1. And he doesn't like what he sees. He's going to change the play here.
Garrison sacked.
So hard at the 39.
Trying to look for a quick pass is not quick enough though. Bulldog defensive line getting in there immediately.
And here's
it'll be
another
3rd and
third
5.
down.
How will they like more of a must pass situation? I don't know.
We'll wait and see here if he really does change the play.
Let's go back to the
It looks
original.
like they're going to blitz.
Bring it to Pennington. No.
Receiver incomplete.
I love the you
A little bit early on the throw
You
there.
don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage.
Gonna have to
before
punt
you
away
release the
again.
football.
Lane is back deep to return. Booming
Second
kick.
punt from Walker. Can get down there, make a tackle.
He's taken down at the 26. This drive will start at the 26-yard line. Fresno State is up a field goal. They go with the option.
Man's Breeze blocking him all the way up here. Big loss there for the Bulldogs on the ground.
And the net result is a loss.
Second and long coming up here on the 19-yard line.
Let's go. We're moving out. Gonna get a completion of Kendrick. Third and 10 coming up.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Fresno State not appearing to be in a huge hurry here. Letting the clock run down, in fact. I don't think they're going to throw here. We're going to get the sack and we will take an immediate timeout. Nothing there for Fresno State. A very
Stand
ugly
back
looking
there and
play.
take hits like that.
The defense is closing it immediately on.
4th and long here after
Dylan
the
Marshall
sack.
sacked for a 6-yard loss. We take it over.
Ross, the
Get
return
the ball
man.
back here. Got time, got 2 timeouts. Ross calls for a fair catch. This moment there. Alright.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Here's the
There's something
option.
to keep
So the
that one.
quarterback
Let's
keeps
go
it on
for
the
the
option, but he'll lose a yard.
I didn't read that one right. They didn't get any blocking up the middle. Shoot.
A minute left in the half. Possibly changing the play here prior.
Under a minute now. Let's go. Garrison is gonna get sacked.
The 31-yard line.
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback. You just can't. If you can't find a receiver, get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
Can't quite chew the clock now. It's in some rules to chew under 30 seconds. Don't let up
We're down now.
for
They
base
need to
play
get it
here.
inside the 49.
Alright. Come on. This has got some time.
He's scrambling.
Gonna go for it 2-1. Oh, we can't
Can
hit
make the grab.
Trying to get it to Lester Wood down the sideline there. Play action roll out. Nice job. Can't hang on. He had it in his hands for a moment. Bulldog defender able to punch it out though. Falls through the turf. Gonna have to punt it away here. Offensive struggles continuing. Just 23 seconds left in the first
Walker
half.
is waiting for the snap. He really got a hold of that one.
Lucas
Thanks for the fair catch.
getting down the field. Good job.
They'll set up shot at the 21. Fresno State has a 3-point lead.
Mills will make the tackle and the run up the middle. That'll probably take us to halftime. Indeed it will.
It's 2nd and 7.
Rainy
On the
weather.
24-yard line.
Sloppy game
A
here.
great
Low
first
scoring
half comes to a
3-0.
close. 3-0 Bulldogs.
That's been an ugly game. For
sure. An ugly game here in the 39th edition of the Independence Bowl. Let's take a look at those first half stats here, team stats. Look at the total offense. Unbelievable. 87 yards to just 46 yards. Wild stats there. 5 first downs to 2. 0 for 6 on third down at Fresno State. We're just 1 for 6. We decided to try on fourth down. 4 total turnovers. We have 3 of them. 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. Fresno State losing a fumble, taking away a field goal attempt opportunity. Field goal has been the only points of the game. Pretty early on in this one, a nice kick from Fresno State's kicker. Time possession advantage in our favor. It's ugly weather, neither offense can get it figured out. Tiger Garrison's having a rough game. He's 6 of 14, 64 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One, the ball just slipping out of his hands badly. The other one, a very bad decision, trying to force it in there, absolutely. Also sacked twice. Senior Xavier Mansfield has 6 carries for 27 yards, 4.5 average. And they get him the ball more here in the second half. Chase Burgess, senior. Chester Kelly, the senior, got a carry as well. Lester Wood, that would have been a big catch at the end. I don't know if we would have been able to get anything out of it. Michael Phil was knocked out of this one with a concussion. This time the Demon gets over. He's the team captain, he has a catch. Then in his last game at Wake Forest. With Marcus May. Carlton Mills playing his last game, playing well. Henry Reese playing well in his last game. Same with Adrian Lucas. Mills leading the defense in tackling. There's been 4 punts from Landon Walker. Dylan Marshall, the senior quarterback, playing in his last game at Fresno State, 5 of 11, 52 yards, sacked once. Not a whole lot going on from them. Ernest Keenan, just 2 yards on 8 attempts. Chris Lane, 2 catches, 24 yards for the senior wide receiver. Merriman had an interception, same with Bruce Jackson. And the Crooks, they all have 4 tackles, leading Fresno State's defense. Brent Ross, great kicker, 1 of 1, making a 48-yarder in these conditions, not an easy kick. That is the only scoring through 2 quarters. Scoring summary, not much to go over. Pretty early on in this game, coming off of the INT, Brent Ross down the 48-yard field goal. No scoring since then. Second half adjustments definitely needed for both offenses. We're going to kick to start things off here. Let's go.
Masterpiece by both teams in the first 2 quarters. Will that be the case again? We're about to find out as we open up the
boot
third
that
quarter.
one into the end zone. Allen will take a knee.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Let's toss it down to Aaron Andrews for an update from the sideline.
Well, both coaches promised to show a little more of their playbook here in the second half, Brad. They noted that they missed some plays and they could do a better job overall, but told their guys to just stay focused and all the pieces will come together. The average yards per pass was lackluster on both sides. Brad?
Let's go. Here we go. Come on, defense.
They'll get the ball here at the 25-yard
Keep playing well.
line.
Shut them down. Shut them down. Come on.
Fresno State holds a field goal lead.
Motion there for Fresno State.
He looks to throw on first down. He's on the run.
Ash looks to throw and make a play on it.
It's intercepted.
Overlooking play there from Fresno State's offense. It's going to make it second
From their own
and 10 now.
25-yard line. It's second down.
Filling up to triple it.
Receiver in a hurry. He's pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. First down.
Nice pass there. First down for the Bulldogs.
First down. Look at the
One
throw.
deep. Lucas making the play on
Defender
it.
had his hands on it, but it's
Couldn't get the
incomplete.
interception again.
Tough making a play on the ball.
Probably this
But that's
bad
probably
rain
big.
affecting chances on that one.
From their own 37-yard line. It's second down.
Second and 10 now. We're going to bring him just shy of first down. For about 9.5 yards there. Come on, defense, let's go. Let's get the job done here. This tackle's going to give ourselves a chance to get off the field here. The right guard jump.
That's a big mistake there. False start at Fresno State.
That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
Big mistake there, taking it from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 5.
He drops back.
Catch made by Keenan. He stays in bounds. First down. Fresno State up to about the 45.
About the 45.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to stay in bounds there. Throwing this one along the sideline. Let him quite a bit. Just staying in
Fresno
It's a
State
big play
is
for
up
the
by 3.
Bulldogs. Come on, defense.
They'll change the
Triple
play
up in
in the line of
motion.
scrimmage.
They're going to make
And they
the
make the
tackle.
stop around the 44-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Marshall. He's looking to throw. Got it to Kendrick. Catch made on the sideline.
Superb effort by the receiver to
Fresno
come
State
down with
keeps
that ball.
driving
Comes
here.
down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
The offense coming out strong here in the second half. Let's go defense.
Trying to confuse the defense here with the audible.
Harrison giving to Keenan in the backfield, bringing him down for a 3-yard loss.
It's a great play by the defense, but it really makes you wonder, was there a miscommunication up front by the offensive line? They just seem to
Where
allow
you
the
going at?
defensive line to get through.
This Keenan
The running back
going
didn't have
backwards
much of a chance
3.
at all.
And this is the 9th play of the first
Steps up,
drive.
2nd and 13 coming up. Oh, Reese can't get on. First.
And down he goes, right around the 22-yard line.
4 yards short of the first down, but first down is much more manageable now for the Bulldogs.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
All right.
That could be a check with me right there.
Throwing it.
Nice work, Lane. Swatting that one down. Great play that was body, Lane.
It takes some preparation to get in the way of a pass like that.
Phenomenal play there. Looking to set up the wide receiver screen. Hey, he had some room, had blocking set up. He might have taken that for a touchdown even. If Lane's not able to get there, phenomenal effort. Big time play for our defense. And here comes the field goal unit
It's
for
fourth
Fresno
down.
State.
They'll line it up for the field goal. Fresno State is up a field goal.
We look
The
to...
kick is up.
Oh, just inside the
That
upright
one looked like
there.
it was going to be wide, but he put it inside the upright.
Yeah, he squeaked that one in, and he didn't have much more than a couple of inches to spare.
Oh. Imovich's Bulldogs just getting it there. Ross nailed the 39-yard field goal. One more quick look at that. Very close on that kick. Striking it well. Just getting in there. Making a 6-0 game.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And this is just a booming kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Makes it to the 22-yard line.
We're trying to get something going on special teams. Offense has been having struggles for sure. Let's go.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their
At
offense.
halftime,
And
trying to make some
here,
adjustments,
they
get
need
things
to
figured
feel
out
any anxiety
offensively.
about trailing.
Throw things up on the ground, Mansfield, no for him to go.
Around the 21-yard line. Nowhere to go for the halfback. That's a loss of 1. Second down and 11. Ball on the 21.
Throw it to Ross. He got it.
He tackled them hard. That's a
Not afraid to throw it in there. You're just going to have to take some chances for us to get things going. Put it up there to Ross, Scotty Ross. Stepping in front, making an important catch. I'm taking a look at that. We haven't had much going offensively. Going in front, just getting in front of it. Nice work.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Thinking about going option here. Let's try it. Come on.
Looks like
So he's
an
going to pitch it out to Pennington. Make it about 4 yards. Alright. A little bit positive there.
From their own 44-yard line. Second down.
Garrison to Wood.
First down, let's go. Bulldog territory
Not a real
now.
fancy play here, just a smartly run route. Good protection and a well-placed ball. Most times, you don't need much more
Try
than that.
play action here.
From the 40-yard line. It's first down.
Since one of the heels a little bit, let's try to get him.
Can't find anyone open.
Garrison tried it to Pennington. Yeah.
Yardage on the catch, and he's immediately
Let's
pushed
go.
out.
Huge play there.
And a great pass play that time.
And here we see just how much this defense respects the running game. They got
Bennington
sucked
puts
in
his
here
hands
to
up
play
right on
action.
the sideline. Garrison put it right where it needed to be. He takes a hit, but he hangs on to it. Big play. Our biggest play so far offensively. Play action. Pennington running along the sideline. Just running up the sideline, then taking the look, throwing it up there. Got him. Huge moment there. All right.
First down. They've got the
Let's take a
defense
touchdown.
on
We're
the
thinking
field
take the
now. First and
lead
goal.
here. Come on. And up to Mansfield. He's in. Touchdown, but there's a flag.
Everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call.
Who's it on? Joe Allen. Our center is called with holding. That's gonna. We just had the game tied. Extra point was gonna give us the lead. Just like that, we are still unable to put any points on the board. We're back to the 15-yard line now. Oh man. Hold is called on our center, Allen. I don't know. That's what they call though. Takes away the touchdown. It was a nice looking play. All
First
right.
down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Let's try to get him here. Alright, Garrison.
They'll run the option.
Option to Ross. Touchdown. Let's go. No flags in the play that time. He beautifully ran option. Tossing out to Scotty Ross, and he takes it for the score. Let's go. First touchdown of the Independence Bowl. Another look at that. We did not hang our heads after the penalty and they needed a touchdown. Faking it to Pennington, cutting inside the defender, stayed in between Garrison and Ross. Then making the nice pitch, finding some room, cutting it up and in. Huge play for us there. Defender staying out toward the sideline, making sure we couldn't cut it out, but we cut it up. Made the right choice all around. The extra point to give us the lead.
78-yard drive, and they add 7
Big
points.
kick there for Landon Walker. Net 7-6 now. Big drive, important
Get ready for
drive.
the kickoff.
Offense is starting to show some more success here in the second half.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Gives it right side.
Strong looking run there from Fresno State. Those will eventually bring them down. It's 7 yards on the ground there. Second free come up. Oh, defense. Oh, Deuce gets fooled there. Adams able to make the tackle. Gets just enough for a first down. Option keeper Duke's got a little bit juked out there. I don't know, maybe slippery field. There's a run. There's about 3 yards on the ground. It was moving a bit 2nd and 7 now. All over that one. Lamb and Harrison teaming up to make the tackle.
Even though they lost yards, they shouldn't get away from the ground game. Keep pounding it away. It keeps the defense honest, and it creates opportunities in the passing game.
From their own 36-yard line.
Come on.
Third down.
We play 3rd and 10. Pass it. Nance trying to get through. Can't. Great blocking from Fresno State. They get the first.
9-yard line.
Big play there from the Bulldogs on 3rd down, setting up the screen very nicely, and then they had a wall of blockers. Were not able to get through it. Beginning a 1st down for the Bulldogs, just past midfield. Lamb making a nice tackle there on Barrett.
You know, a lot of times
Gonna lose some yards on the ground
leadership
now.
on defense. And on that tackle, he showed
CJ
you why
Barrett
that's the
minus 3, second
From their
14.
own 48-yard line. 2nd down.
We go for the screen again. This time we're able to get the job done. He's gonna lose a yard on the play.
7-yard line.
3rd and 14 coming up.
5 wide.
Let's take care of business here. Come on.
They're changing the play.
Catch me. Gordon makes a strong tackle on Lane.
5-yard line.
Try with the quick pass there. Able to get the room they needed. 4th down coming up. Strong work defensively.
Ross. The
Fresno
punt.
State lining to punt here. Oh, this one is angled nicely toward the sideline.
He was able to deaden that kick
Nice punt.
and it gives them a long field to work with.
Alright. Pin back here to start this drive. 1-point lead.
For a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
So much of the passing game is about time between the
Yeah,
quarterback
to
and the wide
Mansfield,
receiver.
strong
Right now,
run
this
here.
offense, they are in sync, and really the timing and execution is flawless.
Okay.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Wake Forest is up 1.
Harrison to Calhoun. Nice pitch and catch. 1st down for completion.
I like the call here by the defense to bring the heat
The
with the
throw
outside
on
linebacker.
2nd down.
It was just a better call by the
Making it
offense,
work.
and that's why it's a 1st down.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 28. He bites forward to
So
about
your
the 30.
Mansfield's going to get
The
just
draw
2
play
on the
gets maybe
ground
2
there.
yards.
That'll take us to the fourth quarter. Low scoring battle here in Rady Street, Port
A
Louisiana.
great game so far, and it looks like it'll be decided in the fourth. 7-6, Demon Deacons.
Old school defensive struggle. The way football was meant to be played.
Some would say. Let's get Ross
Second
going
down, 8 yards
going
to
in
go.
motion
Ball on
hands
their own
to get
30.
to Mansfield. No, nothing
Tackle
there.
made at the 30-yard line.
I don't think the play developed the way it was supposed to,
That's
and the
it.
net result
Third
is a
and
loss.
8 now.
From their own 30-yard line. Third down.
For a big completion here, come on. Nothing there. Mansfield's gonna make the catch. Makes a juke move. First down.
Around the 39.
What a play!
Nice looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find
Well, this
the hot
senior definitely wants to go out with an Independence Bowl championship. Unbelievable play there. Third and long. Nothing opening up. Just a safety valve pass to Mansfield. He has forever to go to get to a first down. What a move. Whoop! And then he's able to get just enough for a first down right along our sideline. We're all very fired up with that effort. Huge play there. Come on.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the
Fresno
39-yard
State will
line.
not get the football
Wake
back
Forest
now.
with a 1-point lead.
10 handoff to Bennington. Bennington's got some room to the outside. He's got a first down pass at midfield.
Right around the
Let's
48-yard
go.
line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 48.
And this one off to Goolsby. He's gonna get
He
about
makes it to the 45-yard line. Goolsby gains around 3 yards on the run.
ground using different guys.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
We're gonna get back here to Mansfield. We're gonna go to the left there. Come on, let's get some blocking. Oh, tries to make a move, but
45.
right into a defender. Comes another big third down play, 3rd and 7.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 38.
Come on. Garrison to Lesterwood.
Fires out to his receiver.
First down and more.
And he's tackled around the 19-yard line.
Big play there.
play by the offense.
Let's go.
Back to what the defense dialed up.
Come on.
They brought pressure, which means the offensive line's got to do a good job of communicating to give the quarterback enough time to be able to make the throw. And they did exactly that. They protected him, gave him the time that he needed, and he was able to take advantage of it.
Been quite this season. Looking to go out with a victory here, become Independence Bowl champions. Second big time third down conversion play there. But a play action. Lester Wood running the right route, putting it right on the money with Tiger Garrison. Wood getting all the way up to the 19-yard line.
From the 19-yard line, first down. Wake Forest up a point.
Mansfield.
Makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line.
He barely able to get a couple.
From the 16-yard line, it's second down.
Switch it here.
And it looks
Come
like
on.
they're going to change it up here. Now he's
They're
scrambling.
trying to get up to
Fires it
Burgess.
to the fullback.
They waited a bit too much to make that decision. So now we got another third down situation. Alright. Well, we've done it before this drive. Let's do it again here. Floating up to Burgess, picked off by Barnes.
And he is drilled.
Oh, big mistake.
What is he thinking? The quarterback has got to know at this time in the game, unless his man is wide open, they can
Everyone
just
talking
throw
to
it away.
Garrison there. I mean, it's been an incredible drive we put together here. Absolutely incredible drive, but trying to force it, they're trying to get it to our senior fullback on the angle. Looking to get it there. See, maybe got a bit of room right there. But the defender's able to come up and make the INT. Big play for this Bulldog defense. It's still just a 1-point game now. Fresno State will take over with their own 14. Our defense is playing very well. We gotta play very well here. Come on. Reese getting there, putting pressure on him, but they get it to Richard. Big play.
Out in their favor this time.
Oh. Play action. Just he gets a block there on Henry Reese. Big block there for sure. Just had a step, just getting past him, throw right on the money. A low scoring but an exciting football game. Getting tense here in the fourth. Marsh looking to run, nowhere for him to go. Back, -2 on the ground now.
From their own 44-yard line, it's second down.
Come on. Come on, defense.
He unloads it.
Mills gets in the way, breaks up the pass.
Quarterback creating a
Great game from Carlton Mills, the senior, playing his last game as a Demon Deacon. Playing hard for us, making a big play there, bringing up a 3rd and 12.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45.
Big play coming up here.
Back to pass.
Drop. Grace getting some pressure, forcing him to throw it away, no chance there. Slipping initially, trying to get him the ball, trying to get some room to run. Not going to work out there for Fresno State. Gonna have to punt it away here.
Ross awaits the snap. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. And for Garrison, it's been a night of struggle.
You know, with all these interceptions, there isn't a quarterback that's ever played that doesn't start to look over his shoulder, wondering if, in fact, they might be thinking about pulling the trigger. So far, his offensive coordinator is believing in him, but he better get going here in a hurry.
We're all right. Put together this drive here.
And it's never how you want to perform in a bowl game, but a good litmus test for any quarterback is to see if they can bounce back, especially when so much is on the line.
So much
You know,
on the line
this is a
here.
real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
This feels like it'll make or break the season for us. Gonna go with Pennington on the ground there. Nice pickup.
Nice game.
We need a drive here. That's a nice start to it. Success on the ground.
So it's second down and about 2 yards to go.
Go here, Mansfield. He gets the first down, just barely.
34-yard line. So the running back comes away with a
Not
short
shooting
gain.
clock to under 2 minutes in the
Also
fourth
gets a
quarter.
first down.
Smart run. Maybe won't look great on the stat sheet, but getting the first is what matters.
From their own 34-yard line. It's first down.
Mansfield.
Gives to the tailback. Nice run there.
5 on the ground there.
Comes away with 5 yards on the carry. second down.
To Calhoun.
And a quick throw.
Senior offensive team captain, wide open on that play. Nice decision. Pitch and catch.
Passing game can really open things up on the outside for your real speedster.
First and 10. Ball on the 44. Here's a handoff left side.
So
Takes it out to about the 36. Nice job by the running back, and that'll get him 7, maybe 8 yards.
let's go.
Second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Gobbled up in the back.
At least I'm not able to get it.
You know, these
Fresno State takes some time out. First down here will be so huge for us. This is biggest play of the game coming up right now. 3rd and 4. All right.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need
all
about
right.
4.
Huge play coming up. Let's go. Come on. Play action. Got it. Just got it off to Chase Burgess.
He's pushed out of bounds. At about the
I push him out of bounds. It's not under 2 minutes, so the clock will keep going. Fresno State can take their second time
Like to
out.
call their number one.
Let's
scorer.
go.
Let them make something happen. He made a nice catch there for a solid game.
Ball play. As we look to win the Independence Bowl, a massive play there. Play of the game, play action. Tiger Harrison's been having struggles this game, making a clutch play here, rolling out. As soon as he gets out there, defensive end coming right at him, stays composed, just able to get the throw off there to our senior fullback, who's going to make the catch and get ourselves a huge first down. Can we seal it here? Another first down may do it for us. There goes Mansfield, takes a big hit, just shy of the first down.
A gain of
We
8
got
on the
close.
carry.
Nice run for Xavier Mansfield. We are a first down away from winning it here and ending the season with an Independence Bowl
Second and 2 yards
championship.
to go. Ball on the 19.
Come on.
The offense looking here to
Let's
exercise
go.
any red zone demons
This is
they might
it.
have after throwing an interception
Game on the line,
on
nice blocking. Mansfield's got it. First down, we're gonna win the Independence Bowl.
Another carry for this kid, and he'll get the first down.
He's carrying this offense on his back right now. And I think they'll keep giving him
Let's
the ball until the
go.
defense figures out a way to stop him.
That's gonna do it. That'll be the final run for Xavier Mansfield in a Demon Deacon uniform. And it is the run that is going to seal us the win in the Independence Bowl. Senior Chase Burris getting a nice block there as well, having a nice catch earlier in the drive. We're gonna do it. We're able to just take care of business and get these kneel downs. Cannot chew clock's
First
under
down,
2
10 to go.
minutes.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
We will start chewing it
Just
right
under
after
2
this
minutes in the
knee, and
game.
we'll be able to run it out.
And he'll just take a knee here to kill the clock.
Incredible defensive struggle in this one, just 13 total points. And we're going to find a way to get it done.
Second down
What a
and 12.
huge win. This makes
Ball
our
to
season
16.
for sure at the end. Absolutely going to make our season. This season definitely
Favorite
feels
play in
like a
football with your
success
quarterback.
now.
Take a knee.
Been a bit of an up and down year. Had some
We're down
really
to our
exciting
final minute
wins,
of
some
this
big
game.
wins. Had some rough losses though. Teams just outplaying us. Couple close endings late this year.
You'll go down to one knee.
But yeah, definitely a great way to finish things out here. A very hard-fought game. Independence Bowl victory for us, Independence Bowl champs. For Fresno State, they're going to close out the season with 2 heartbreaking, low-scoring losses and goes to the Mountain West Championship and the Independence Bowl. So rough ending for the year for them, but great ending for us here. Very hard fought victory. Wasn't always pretty for sure, but we get it done. We do our job. Independence Bowl champs.
On this day, it's final 7-6, Wake Forest. Kirk, go ahead and just give us your reflections on this game.
Well, this one really could have gone either way. Fresno State had plenty of chances to win this football game, but it wasn't meant to be today. All you can do now is try to bounce back after a close loss like this.
We've done it. Independence Bowl champions here. The confetti and the rain falling here. Confetti being thrown around here. Confetti and rain here in Shreveport.
And for Mills, his play here today has gotten him recognized as our player of the game.
Great job from Carlton Mills, a senior.
For the Demon Deacons, they continue an above-average year, upping their record to 9-4.
Let's go.
And for Fresno State, they're unable to get their 10th win of the season as they drop to 9-5. For EA Sports, Kirk Herbstreit and Aaron Andrews, I'm Brad Nessler saying thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Not a lot of points in this one, but certainly there were some very, very exciting moments, very big plays in this one, some game-changing plays. Defense playing great football for us in this game, keeping Fresno State out of the end zone all game long, holding them to just 6 points. This is the only touchdown of the game. Beautifully executed option play, tossing out to Scotty Ross. Excellent play there. Gave us a 1-point lead and we were able to hang on to it. Your Independence Bowl champions in a defensive battle. 7-6 the final. Total offense 304 to 163. Our offense doing a great job down the stretch, not able to score many points there, but some really long drives in the fourth quarter, taking off a bunch of clock, able to finish off the game with our offense, picking up first down. 16 to 18 first downs. 36% to 18% third down offense. Defense playing great on third downs. 5 total turnovers. We had 4 of them. 3 interceptions from Tiger Garrison. Each team lost a fumble. Their fumble knocked them out of potential field goal range early on. 2 penalties each. Yeah, not a well played game in that regards. Time possession advantage our favor, especially the second half. That was a big part of us sealing the deal here. Tiger Garrison, the redshirt junior, 15 of 25, 211 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks, 2 sacks. Had some rough moments, but he battled back and made some big plays for us when we needed them. Xavier Mansfield, his last game as a Demon Deacon, 17 carries, 66 yards, 3.8 average. Made some big plays in this one, moving the chains for us when we needed to in the second half. Tiger Garrison also had not a good game running the ball. Mentioned 17 yards, Woolsby 19 yards. Ross, 1 carry for that option, takes it to the house for a touchdown, game winner. Thomas Calhoun, the senior, 3 catches. Sword had 3 catches. Mansfield had 2. Burgess had 1, an important catch there for Burgess. Michael Fogel knocked out with a concussion. He played great as a Demon Deacon. Jason Hooper and Marcus May, seniors. Looks as well. Carlton Mills, player of the game, the redshirt senior, 8 tackles all over the field. Great game from Henry Reese, Adrian Lucas. The seniors very inspired in this one and playing well for us. Ronald Burton also playing great. Senior Reggie Huffman making a big play early on. Dylan Marshall, senior, 12 of 23, 147 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Not much on the ground there for Keenan. Barrett. Chris Lane, 3 catches, 32 yards. He led the Bulldogs. Keenan Barrett and Kendricks also with 2 catches. I was going to say we'll fall short. Big play there by Brandon Barnes, the redshirt senior, getting that interception. But our defense able to take care of business when we needed it.
Great game there from Brent Ross. Good kicking. Putting Bulldogs on the board a couple times, but not enough for them. 3-0 Fresno State early. It was that score at the half. Second half, offenses came out looking sharper. Fresno State go down getting a field goal. We go down and get our only points of the game. 15-yard touchdown run. Scotty Ross on the option play. Beautifully executed play. That will be the main highlight of our Independence Bowl championship win. Excellent work. We finished the season on a very high note with a very hard-fought victory. Let's go, Deeks.